seconds a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Indianapolis Colts and the Cleveland Browns. Two teams here fresh off Week 1 victories. Who can keep it going as we're underway on EA Sports? This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 20. Five-yard line. Mayfield on first down. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down.
All right, that one fell incomplete there, but the best quarterbacks, they'll miss on 40% of their throws, somewhere in that neighborhood, similar to a great hitter in baseball who's going to fail 7 out of 10 times and still have a great year. In this case, you want perfection, but way better that it hits the ground instead of going to an opposite color jersey.
On second down, Mayfield again. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down.
Well, it's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker, because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there. So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive.
Run.
Throwing, Mayfield. He's got his tight end, David Njoku. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. It'll go as a gain of 25 on a play that started back at the 25. A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. They find some open field here. Past the 20. There he goes, right side. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Kareem Hunt, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Good starting field position for the Colts as they have it 1st and 10. Play action now, Prescott. And he hits his tight end, Ebron. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. Heck of a start, a 30-yard pickup on their first play from scrimmage. So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. To throw is Prescott. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
And he's got about 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 25.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. And he connects with Ebron. And they're going to have another 1st down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 13-yard line.
Brandon, unless my eyes deceive me, I think they found a matchup that they're trying to exploit here, don't you? I mean, it's the 2nd time they've gone to him here on this drive.
Yeah, opening drive. It's a tone setter, right? I think they're going to be looking his way a lot.
Yeah, and I think that the way things are going right now, they like him as a featured receiver.
Prescott stripped. And this is picked up by the Browns. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk-reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
So should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about any more.
Play action now. Here's Mayfield. He sets to fire deep. Oh, the rookie nearly had the pick. Probably should have had it. 3rd down now.
How about this offense already feeling good about themselves with a touchdown already in their first drive? They've certainly come out firing, even though that one was incomplete.
With the 7-0 lead, more apt to take a shot like that downfield?
Hey, you're one to the good. Go ahead and try and pressure advantage.
They'll try to run for the 1st down with Hunt. And he picks up the 1st before he's taken down at the 29. The 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
So right after the defense gets you the ball on a takeaway and a fumble recovery of their own, you've got to reward them, don't you? You've got to stay out on the field, give them a chance to rest, and how about doing it the way they did it, running the football and picking it up on 3rd down.
Yeah, would not have wanted to go 3 and out. They avoid that right there.
Yeah, they avoided the glares as they went back to the bench, didn't they? They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Mayfield finding Beckham, and he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. It's a pickup of 17 and a 1st down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. They'll run with Hunt on 2nd down. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Colts territory.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did, to get them into a manageable third down, because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
On third down, Mayfield. Oh, going deep here for Taylor. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down.
It's a great job by this secondary. When I watch them, they remind me of elite defenders on a basketball court, right? They want to contest each and every pass.
Great contest on third down to bring up fourth. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that, because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. Steps away to his left, and he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Credit that breakup to Greedy Williams.
Well, it certainly appears that they're going to try and keep getting him the football. It's the third time they've looked in his direction. Unfortunately, haven't completed one yet, but I'm not sure they're going to shy away from it. They feel like they've got...
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And now off to the races down the right side. And they will finally get to him, but a great return has set him up first and goal at the 5. He had his eyes on the end zone. He got close. At least he set the offense up nicely, but he's probably mad he didn't take that one to pay dirt.
I agree with you, and you know he's going to get teased because he didn't get it all the way into the end zone. But if they don't score now, if they don't get a touchdown, he won't just get teased. They'll be glaring at him. How'd you not score?
Moved back to the 10. They'll try on second and goal here. They'll toss it to Hunt. And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop. Ball right around the 5 here, brings up third.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick, throwing it, running it, it won't be easy.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
The bottom line, tremendous starting field position, really squandered there as they wind up going backwards and then come up with just 3.
Well, getting the 3 turned out to be important. I can imagine the head coach when he ordered the field goal. Please salvage something out of this drive. That was not fun to watch.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They find themselves down 10-0 early after the interception on their opening drive led to a field goal. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Larry Ogunjobi in for the sack.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles. But
thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And the return will stop right around the 25. Of course, they have the option, and they choose to not take the penalty.
They like the results of the play that they just ran, and they elect to let them stand.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. A toss play to Hunt. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. And he's got the hook up to Landry. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Jarvis Landry, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And that makes our score 17-0. is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. 17-0 our score after 1. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Colts in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. They go play action here on 1st down. He's going to fire one deep left side. That's caught at the 25. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. A gain of 32 that time. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's Prescott looking for the end zone. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Myles Garrett in there to bury him for a loss of 11. Now we've got whistles and a flag. Looked like one of the Colts linemen might have jumped. Call it a loss of 5, a big sack to bring up 3rd down. So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now, 3rd and long. Now he'll escape to his left. And now he'll let this one go deep. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And a good return here as he takes it up past the 30-yard line. Not the best of plays here as a quarterback. You're right-handed, rolling left, trying to throw it that far downfield.
I remember a coach of mine saying, son, that's the equivalent of trying to get the car keys out of your pocket with your opposite hand while you're trying to run. You just can't do it.
And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Now here's a throw, and that's Taywan Taylor with it. That one good for a 1st down pickup of 18 yards. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful you're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good...
And he'll be brought down by the Colts.
That's a pretty darn good start to his season, huh? A sack in the opener, adds a 2nd one here. That tells you about his offseason. He came in determined to have a big year, and it's paying off.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Mayfield to throw it, sliding out of the pocket. He finds Taylor, complete. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. And for the Colts, an extra defensive back in there now on 3rd down. Mayfield now from the 50. He'll leave it for Hunt, complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 14 yards, and it's a Cleveland 1st down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
They'll run. This is Hunt. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. Seventh play of the drive forthcoming on 3rd and 8. Mayfield escaping the pressure right. And that is incomplete. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that, and thus far they've been successful.
These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now, seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Oh, Prescott stripped, and he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return for a Browns TD. This first half has been a nightmare for that offense. Defense just dominating them.
And when you're picking up the ball, picking up their mistakes, and taking it the other way and putting it in the end zone, that's a defense's dream. They're having that type of a game.
Everything that can go wrong has gone wrong for this offensive unit. This one taken just inside the 10. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And let's just say they're going to be looking to start over on this drive. A few moments ago, they were in the exact situation, but their first play led to a fumble that was returned for 6.
Yeah, you definitely have to have a short memory to play in the NFL. You got to remember what you did wrong so you don't repeat it, but you can't dwell on it because then you will repeat it, and that's what you don't want to do.
Here we go. 488. Here we go. 47. Get ready.
On second down, it's Grant. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 15 yards on the play, first down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Now a play fake here on first down. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some time.
And Ndamukong Suh makes the tackle. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this second week of the regular season. He's going to let this one go deep. And this is caught at the 20. And he'll be taken down, but first he gets deep into Indianapolis territory. A big play that time for Cleveland. 54 yards. Here's Mayfield. He'll find Taylor. That's complete. And here he'll get it down to the 7. He'll get only 2 there, and it's second and goal. The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on second and goal. Mayfield gives this one to Hunt. Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Call it no gain that time, and now it's third and goal. Now Mayfield on third and goal. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. And he'll try and throw here on the fake. They pass up the 3, fake it. It doesn't work. And the Colts are going to take over with a football. Prescott now after the fumble recovery. Looking for Campbell downfield. And now here's another interception. Picked up by Demarius Randall. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number one. They come up on second and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. They don't want to repeat a first down. They'll keep it on the ground. And he'll just keep two hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. Now a signal and a timeout call as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the second down play, they burn the timeout, making him sweat out the final few ticks here in the second quarter. The Browns on third down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This will be a tough 3rd and 18.
Right there. Hey, Haywood. 54 Mike.
Mayfield looks to throw. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go. Here's Jamie Gillen now as he'll punt it away for the second time. So we have reached halftime here in Cleveland with the Browns on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by the former first-round pick, Demarius Randall. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used the calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
Regular. Point it right. Bravo.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Mayfield is going to float this one deep. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Jarvis Landry with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game, as his guys continue to pour it on. Extra point by Seibert, up and good, and that will extend this big lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
Here we go.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
It's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you got a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Hey, kill.
On 1st and 10, Prescott. Campbell making the catch. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
And a big loss here as he's taken down.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
Now the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
And now here's a deep shot that's complete. That goes for a gain of 31. Well, look, you're not going to be able to get this all back at once, but that certainly helps.
So you're saying 3 yards in a cloud of dust, not the strategy?
I go aerial attack.
Yeah, I think that's what has to...
And now here's another interception. Greedy Williams picks it off. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now, that's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down. Mayfield now. This is the tight end, Njoku. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. On first down, Chubb going to get forward for only about a couple. 2nd and 8 forthcoming. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. On 2nd down now, it's Hunt. Now 3rd down is looming. A pickup of 2 on first down and just 1 yard there.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44. When this offense gathers to watch the tape, they're going to like a lot of what they saw. They put up big numbers, but they might fast forward through that last play.
Oh, there won't be any fast forwarding, partner. I've sat in those sessions before. You end up spending more time on the bad plays than you do on the good ones. It's just the nature of coaches. But I know sitting in that room, when you've had a big game, the night that they've had, you don't want to hear that. You just want to focus on the good stuff.
On the RPO, Prescott's going to keep it himself. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Prescott. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And this is taken in at the 5. A big play there for Indy. 53 yards. Now, we know this offense has the potential to strike quickly, and they just bit off 2 huge plays on back-to-back snaps.
So on the other side of the ball, you've got to go Band of Brothers thought process. No one left behind. No pointing fingers. No accusations. Because if you don't, those quick strikes we just saw, they become long-lasting.
3 yards is the gain that time. 2nd and goal. 2nd and goal from the 1. Step, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Dak Prescott, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Colts are able to cut into this lead. The point after is good, and that will get them one closer. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. The Cleveland offense ready to go. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, you feel like you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. On 1st down, they'll run with Hunt. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Just what the Browns needed there. Good for a gain of 17.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Back to the ground. This time it's Chubb. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. So both teams trade touchdowns in the third as we're through 3 quarters of play. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. And again, it's Chubb. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle, because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
Gets this to Kareem Hunt, his running back. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
So they've been in the red zone 3 times, and it's yielded just 3 points. Can they find the end zone here on 2nd and goal? They'll run with Chubb, and he'll barrel his way into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Nick Chubb, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Fairly short kick, taken at the 14 here. And this will not be a good return. He's out of bounds at the 12.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover. They want to try and put points on the board.
Had a bit of a lane there, took advantage of it. Give him 7 there on the 1st down carry. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Prescott to throw it. Ebron's got it. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 11 yards there, 1st down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Prescott off play action. That's complete to his receiver, Kane. 23 yards on the play. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 46. Here's Grant. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he's going to get this inside the 30. It'll be a gain of 17 and an Indianapolis 1st down.
They're making it look easy out there. Another 1st down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 1st downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense is well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Catch made here by Campbell. And they're going to have another 1st down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 13-yard line.
1st down.
From the red zone now, Prescott. He'll find Hines out of the backfield. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll make it a 2nd down.
Hey, kill. Watch one.
Now Dak on the option left. Stepping up, and he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Dak Prescott with his second TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Colts are able to draw a bit closer. Point after, up and good. And that will shave one more off this lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. So that one will be accepted. The Browns drive about to get started. The outcome of this one, well, we know who's going to win it. It's just all window dressing at this point. Got me thinking, what's the biggest blowout that you've been a part of as a player, broadcaster?
Well, I'm not going to go to the player part because when I think blowout...
Because you won every game as a player.
No. I think about being blown out. And no one wants to go back to those.
Trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 47. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD. This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell, just run the football?
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs, make sure you're really protecting the football because you're going to run into a stacked defensive front, which is why they were throwing the football before, trying to make sure they just get their backs, really beat up in that situation. Now, good luck to them.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And fresh off the pick 6. They've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory.
And he'll be brought down by the Colts.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Running with Hunt here out of the shotgun. That'll get a little bit back, give him 5 on the run, and they'll be left with a 3rd and 13.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
3rd and long for Mayfield. And oh, what a catch that time by Landry. It's a gain of 22 as we tick towards the 2-minute warning. He's played a great game that continues right there, even with this lead, confident to throw the pass and have the reception made.
There's no doubt who the leader of their team is there? There's no doubt who they want to ride all the way to the finish, because strategy would tell you run the football, run the clock down. Instead, they're letting him throw it because they feel that confident in what he's getting done.
Mayfield on first down. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Jarvis Landry, the intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead. But I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
The Browns on 3rd down. They've converted 5 times in their many chances thus far. This is 3rd and 9. They're shedding his way forward. And boy, he did all he could, but he's going to finally be stopped a couple yards short of the first. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. Now Mayfield on 4th down. Blitz coming, and down he goes. The Browns unable to move the chains on 4th down. And that will force a turnover on downs.
Mike, 58, right there. Watch the run, watch the run.
On play action, Prescott. Forced out to his left. Throw left side here, complete to Campbell. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. It's a gain of 34. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the fourth, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds left to play. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a second down and 17. Here's Prescott. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Browns defense has a touchdown. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a fourth quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. This is taken near the 13. And not a very good return at all, as he won't even get this back to the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Flushed out right. Oh, Prescott stripped. And I think the Browns got it. They did.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, you'd say an afternoon to forget. Absolutely.
20. Mike 54. Hey, we're 33. Our time. It's our time. Watch
Mayfield now after the fumble recovery. It's caught by OBJ. And what are the whistles for? A timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds.
Hey, alert, 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 alert. Top board. Run. Hey, Echo. Hurry. He's mine. Hey, watch that. Hurry. Watch that.
So instead of running, Mayfield's going to throw it here. Being chased out left. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Incomplete. Intended for David Njoku. It's now 2nd and 10.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They go play action. Mayfield. And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end, but now this game is over. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a